Did you all enjoy that?
Yes.
One more time. Did you all enjoy that?
Yes.
I wonder if everyone at home can guess how many people I've got in this studio. If you just want to shout, go round and just shout out your name one by one, starting here.
Carmen, Victoria, Melissa, Jess, Tanya,
Sean,
Stephen,
Nadim,
Mark, Richard,
Anthony,
Ivan,
Ollie,
Rich,
Judy,
and Alexander.
Alexander Bermange. Alexander Bermange.
Joe, I'm good. How are you?
Well, you
Do you
said...
Do you like my little family?
I know, your little family. I mean, they're on the increase, aren't they?
They are. We are spreading.
Now, when I was sitting in for Jenny Barnett at the weekend, you came over to the Olympic Village to talk to me about this...
13 days.
Move
the
around.
musical. Am I not positioned
Your position
strategically?
You are beautifully positioned.
Oh, thank you.
For everybody listening, Alexander Bermange, one of the longest names in the musical world, and I just love saying it every single time. He's a regular on this show. He's a friend, really, of the Late Show and certainly of the Sunday night sessions. And I've known you for quite some time, and you bring in the odd musical performer.
Yeah, sometimes very odd.
And yes, and we talk about shows that you adapt and shows that you do and you know, compose and all the rest. And then you came in on Sunday on Jenny Barnett's show and said, my latest show is about, are you ready, everybody, the Cuban Missile Crisis. And I just went, my goodness, it's hardly an uplifting little...
No, well, it's not really about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's set during the Cuban Missile Crisis. So it really tells the story of 3 leaders, 3 lovers and 3 nations.
Which, if you think about those massive, great personalities, I mean, we were saying earlier on, actually, we were saying yesterday, Evita has done it. I mean, there are musicals that have had a political background and been hugely successful, aren't there?
Yeah, so you never know.
Yes.
You never know.
Now, so you've wrote, because usually you write the music, you don't usually do the book and the music, and you're a bit of a control freak. You've just taken over the whole of this.
Well, yeah, but I have had a great supporting team. Certainly this production is directed by Matthew Gould, who directed the West End production of The Mystery of Edwin Drood recently. Orchestrated by great musical arranger Paul Bateman. And we've got a fantastic cast who have also been coming up with the odd idea as well. So
and we can't give everybody a microphone, but everybody listening, you will hear all these fantastic voices because they are going to sing for us live in a studio that doesn't have floating mic. Well, it has floating mics. That's all it has, actually, is floating mics. So it's all a bit hit and miss. But I think I have total faith in Alexander's...
as long as you do.
As
long as you do.
Introduce me to this lovely guy here on the second mic, because he looks important.
Well, this is Mr. Anthony Cable.
Hello, Anthony.
Hello there.
Thank you for coming in. Are you a soloist?
I play the role of Nikita Khrushchev.
Oh, wow. I always quite fancied him, actually.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, I thank you.
I hope I'm hoping I don't know if I've got the right person.
No, he was little and short and bald.
Oh, well, there we go.
Maybe it's me.
It's all down to taste.
It's me.
And the rest of it, is it when I say an ensemble piece, does everyone play like 2 or 3 roles?
Yeah, well, basically there are 3 lovers who will be featuring later on, and there are the 3 leaders, of whom Anthony is one, and Stephen is another. Where's Stephen? There he is. Stephen Sparling, who is JFK, and we've got Richard De Winter, who is Castro. And we've got the 3 nations. And in fact, the first song which we'd like to do for you is introducing the 3 nations. It opens the show. It's introducing the people of the United States, the people of the Soviet Union, and the people of Cuba.
Fantastic. Now, as I say, they are going to be performing for us. I will give all the details out later. This is over at the Arcola Theatre, which is one of my favourite theatres, really, in London. I always say this is almost repetitive now, that if you're going to go and see something, I always say go and see the lesser-known theatres and steer away from the West End, because all the exciting stuff is happening away from the West End. I shouldn't say that, but I do believe that. And in fact, this production isn't even in the main Arcola. Just to explain this to us, Alex, because they've actually built... You're in another building, aren't you?
Indeed. We are in the Arcola tent, which is a purpose-built in the round space while they're renovating the Arcola. So it's 240 seats. It's amazing, really, because it's in the round and it's quite large. Wherever you're positioned, you get a very good view of what's going on the stage.
Fantastic. Right, so we're going to hear the opening number, is that
This
right?
is the opening number. It's called Into the Light from 13 Days the Musical.
Yes, the show as you get ready. Alexander is playing the piano, by the way, everybody. I forgot to put the mirror up, Alexander. I promised you I'd put a mirror up for you. He's used to this piano. He cut his teeth on this piano. So it is 13 days, and it's at the Arcola Theatre. There are only 2 opportunities to see this, and I'll give you all the details, but it's this Friday and Saturday, am I right?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I'll give you the booking details and everything else, but nestle down now and enjoy this. Over to you.
A chance, a pledge from a leader unknown, a people with dreams that had grown, all taking a chance on a new beginning, a change. You trust in a Kennedy smile, embrace of the Kennedy style, a land that is working again.
Through him, the poor and the desperate find answers. Through him, the lost and rejected belong.
And yet, in Cuba his army retreated, defeated, and wrong. 2 years of prospects and progress and gains, yet somehow the shadow remains of a single inglorious fight. President, we're taking all of our dreams on you. Work for us, lead us all into the light. From the graves of Stalin's hell, the silent screams, the terror of the land. Khrushchev let us fall so well, the Soviet soul delivered by his hand.
A glimpse of hope, of just rewards, a taste of freedom's prize.
But with each grace his rule affords, a cherished promise ties. See the family starving now, the price of life is at its height. Still he says we're equal to the USA. Cuba fills his mind, there he's all too kind. We've been left behind, Khrushchev, we must find the light. Through all the tears of brutal tyranny, the Cuban spirit still held fast. Once Castro made his move and set us free, new hope was here at last. It seemed those tests were past.
He knew our dreams, his revolution gave us ways to live and learn.
Set up new schemes so that the workers wake to chances they could earn. How boldly he fought back the Kennedy attack and made his triumph. Cuba now had a turn. But even victory is not enough. Once life starts growing rough and rations get too tough, with communism's doubters seeing doom and taking flight, Castro, we look to you to help us reach the light. Castro, we have taken all of our dreams on you. Work for all, think of us, lead us all into the light.
Fantastic.
BBC London 94.9.
Late Nights with Joe Good. Sunday to Thursday from 10.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm beyond myself. I just said to everybody in here, look at Mel, because Mel never enjoys anything, and Mel is standing up applauding. That was amazing. I'm going to give you all the details out. We want to try and fit 3 numbers in, so I'm going to get on with this. I'm going to move on very, very quickly. But can I just say, I have never stood next to a whole ensemble before. And somebody on the Saturday Breakfast Show was saying that they're in an Opera North, and they were saying she was an actress who was standing next to a singer, and she went, unless you ever stand next to proper singers, you have no idea of the volume and the power that your voices have. That was like amazing to be so close to all those harmonies as well. And I'm so proud of you, Alexander, because it's a fantastic.
Well, it's a fantastic
that was a fantastic song.
Well, it's
as well.
fantastic. Well, that introduces the show, because it's very much not only about the politics, about the 3 leaders, but about the 3 nations as well. And I think next we're going to be introducing you to the 3 lovers.
Okay, very quickly though, for everyone at home, these people, they're all professional singers. One has just come out of Chicago.
Yes, 2 have just come out of... Well, sadly, Grant
still
Neal,
in
who's
Chicago.
just come out of Chicago...
He's gone back in.
He can't be with us tonight.
One's
but,
out of...
2 are just out of Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera, who's that?
Carmen Vass and
Your
Nadim Naaman.
voice, you singing
have
really
just
high.
both finished in Phantom of the Opera.
It's like you have the most amazing voice. It's so high, and all of you. But I mean, I'm sat next to you.
Yes, we've got Carmen singing virtually into your ears.
But she's just... I almost moved the mic over to say, do you want to... And I thought, there's no point. I mean, we could just open the windows and London would hear. So, right, so let's press on.
Yes.
By the way, everyone listening, this is on at the Arcola Theatre. It's Friday and Saturday. Those are the only nights.
Yep, that's right.
So I'll give you the details. It's 0207 503 1646 if you want to book. 0207 503 1646. Or book online, which is arcolatheatre.com, okay? And it's just this Friday and Saturday to see this amazing cast, because it's taken ages to get all these people together. Right, Alexander, what's the next one?
Next number is introducing our 3 lovers. So we've got the Russian, who is played by Nadim Naaman.
I honestly have never seen Mel look so happy. Usually he goes, oh dear, let's just get on with it. I shouldn't be saying that, but that's what he's usually like when we do performances in here. So
then we have
he's gripped.
American, who in our show is played by Grant Neal, who can't be with us this evening, but Ifan Gwilym-Jones, who's one of our company members, is gallantly taking on that role.
He's
for
already
your
doing
listeners.
understudying work.
And Melissa Moore is the Cuban girl, and the song is called In Another World.
Fantastic. Here we go then. And this is from the show 13 Days at the Arcola Theatre.
And she'd feel the Soviet embrace, free from all the traps and temptations of this unpredictable place. There it would be just the beginning. There our hearts would never keep time. We again would find the magic we had left behind. In another world, she'd be mine. In another world, I could wake her, knowing she'll have shared a nation's dream. We would need no schemes and no secrets. Desires would be just as they'd seem. We would not be tied down by memories. We would have no greater design. No love there would be wrong. We'd have a place where we'd belong. In another world. mine. I can see the picture too clearly. I can tell how perfect we'd be. Yet I can feel the shadow of someone between my chance and me.
In another world I could follow, feel a whole new nation's embrace, honor all my past obligations in a secret faraway place. I could also follow temptation, the other nation's dream drawing me. In another world, I know love would have one more chance to grow. But which other world would it be? One's a world of beauty and mystery. One's a world where dreams can run free. Yet I feel the bond of my country holding on to me. In another world, every morning holds a dream that lasts till the night. Feelings would need no explaining. Choices would always be right. We could make the journey together, find the home I dreamed we would share. We could make the perfect start when all fears hold back my heart. What is that other world? Even there. When I offer her my hand, I know she won't give up my land. I know that other world isn't there.
Everybody clap, because that was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was absolutely beautiful. I'm just looking at the clock, Alexander,
The
because
last one's quick.
I know.
We've got a bongo player especially.
Okay, no, we'll be very, very quick. I might have to fade you, though, at
Okay.
1:30. But I've got loads of emails coming through. People, Brian, who's listening in Detroit, says this is very beautiful, much more than I remember the nuclear years when I was there. Somebody says, Joe, is the guy that you used to fancy the one that banged his fist on the table in the United Nations? I think
Yes.
he was bald as well as short.
No, it was his shoe.
Oh, it was his shoe. These are listeners who are emailing in, so it's obviously being well received. Right.
Fabulous.
Let me give you the details, and then we will fade out with this final number
Marvellous.
into the news. It's on at the Arcola, only for Friday and Saturday. You can book online, www.arcolatheatre.com, or you can use the box office 0207 503 1646. And the last one
Marvellous.
is...
Can I just very quickly mention the names of the wonderful performers we've got in the studio? Anthony
Yes.
Cable, Richard De Winter, Victoria Farley, Mark Gillon, Ifan Gwilym-Jones, Oliver Mawdsley, Melissa Moore, Nadim Naaman, Jessica Parker, Sean Quigley, Tanya Shields, Stephen Sparling and Carmen Vass, along with Yaheng Chen on flute and Rich Craig, who we're about to hear on bongos.
Fantastic.
In Another Day in Havana.
Lovely. Oh, I love this. Get the cigars out, everybody. Right, if you hear me fade into the news, it's because we've run out of time. Over to you.
I had my land that I farmed every day. Then these officials made me move away. They said my land was needed urgently. They found new land and built a home for me.
I passed by where a farm once used to stand, and teams of men were building on the land. These big constructions rose up from the ground, and troops were guarding them for miles around.
There's something going on We've seen it all too clearly. We ask what's going on, but we're made to think that it's merely another day in Havana, another ride through the heat. But where is the town that we once thought we knew? It's lost in a haze of deceit. Another day dawns and threatens what trust we've got. Another day in Havana, we think not.
Our road was widened lately, oh so fast, and then this line of trucks came crashing past, while soldiers stood in front of every door, who stopped us photographing what we saw.
I've seen so many Soviet men appear, and there are more and more arriving here. Technical specialists they claim to be, but what they're here for is a mystery.
There's something going on. Oh, and we're seeing Shawnee. Yes, what's going on?